Yo, what up? It's your boy U-BEZERK, aka Shogun U-BEZERK. And man, listen, you guys, you definitely warned me. You let me know way before I even jumped into the series. Yakuza 3 Remastered, or Yakuza 3 is gonna be probably one of the worst of the series. And you're not lying. This was probably one of the worst Yakuza games I have played. But I'm gonna be giving you a rundown, a brief synopsis, a brief review of my thoughts and opinions. So if you enjoy the content, you already know what to do, and sit back and relax as we get into the review for Yakuza 3 Remastered. You feel me? Now, coming into this series, man, I was riding the high of Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and Yakuza Kiwami number 2. I think that's right. Yeah. So, you know, those games were pretty much immaculate, man. They were remade, redone, and they had some really nice features in them. Mini games, everything about that was exciting and dope. And some games that I still have installed, because to be honest, I'm gonna probably go back and revisit and try to master and you know, just like 100% complete those games if I can, if I got enough time to. This one right here, and the story wasn't awful, but just like this one right here, it really made me kind of want to beat the series so I can never touch it again. As soon as I got done beating it, making thumbnails for it and all that type of stuff, which, by the way, check out the playlist right here for the entire Yakuza 3 Remastered if you have not seen it. But as soon as I got done making the thumbnails for that, I was like, yeah, I'm not touching this one no more, bro. I'm just done with it, right? And you know, I was looking up some concerns that people had, and I got some bullet points of my own just to throw some stuff in here just to make the videos a little bit better talking wise, right? Talking pieces. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. How was your experience on this game? But for me, I think what I said, this game is a 4.5 out of 10, is because, to be honest, the combat was the worst of the series that I have experienced so far. Somebody said Blakuza, right? Blakuza. That's funny as hell, right? That's really funny because, like, you know, they be blocking. They literally block everything that you do, man. You can't even really get off some combos like that. So that kind of dragged on the boss fights and just like small lower level minions fights, because all they did was block. So much that they blocked so much that, you know, the AI and the fights were kind of bad, because, which is another point, the AI and the fights were kind of bad because they would block and do just like stuff like that, opposed to, like, okay, for instance, the goons on PC, right, that had guns, they stand at the end of the hallway to shoot at you. They would just stand there and not shoot at you until you got close to be like, they didn't even shoot at you. You can run down the hallway. They didn't shoot. You got up close. You can beat their ass. You could beat this one's ass over here, and the other one across here would still not shoot you, bro. I seen a nigga with a gun. Okay. Oh shit, okay. I'm about to throw one at you then, bitch. And I'm like, you know, yeah, that's easy for me to just walk up and down the hallway and beat somebody's ass, but, like, you know, I see those dudes and I'm like, oh damn, like, you know, the AI is supposed to be working, and yeah, the AI is just bad in some of these situations. Even some of the bosses, they'll end up spamming some of the same moves over and over and over and over, and yeah, it to me, some of the fights got annoying, but again, I did enjoy this one. Story wise, like I said, story wise, it wasn't the issue. So we got the bad combat, we got bad AI, and we got the missions in itself. Now, before we get to the missions in itself, some of the missions, I do want to take a little bit of time to just kind of just praise a lot of what the game did right. The story to me was interesting. It played off of a lot of stuff that happened before, strung it together. The story was not the issue. It had some interesting boss fights, especially, was it Canada? He was a very interesting boss to fight. The hotel thing was actually really dope. I enjoyed that a lot. Even Mine was dope. Let me see, I'm trying to think of the rest of them too. There was just a lot of good boss fights and stuff like that, and a lot of the story was pretty damn good. Now we're gonna jump into the negatives right here. Some of the story, and it's gonna tie back into the missions, some of the story, now, like, I get that this game was supposed to be more of like slice of life meets Yakuza, right? And Kiryu is supposed to be out there with the orphanage and certain stuff like that. Well, boy, when he got out there to Okinawa, bro, never did I want it to skip. I was like, yo, can I please skip some of these missions? Not all of them, but most of these missions, I wanted to fucking skip them completely. And I'm not talking about the one where he met the guys, like Rikia and the old man and that stuff like that, where he had to do some fight and stuff like that. That's not the issue. It's just some of these slice of life missions. Kiwami, everything in Kiwami's, they were just like enjoyable, you know what I mean? Everything, literally. And look at, how the fuck was I supposed to know she was back here? Now watch this shit. Now watch. Bro, what the fuck is this? Where you had to go talk to 50 goddamn kids in order to redo the story, and then they send you out on a mission and they don't tell you how you need to do stuff, so you have to end up fucking Googling it to figure out how to progress the goddamn story. Over the balcony. Okay, so goddamn, this game is really bad at telling you how you progress to each story, because it's not clear cut, you know what I mean? It's not like right now what this thing is telling me to do is like chill, because Haruka's gonna be done doing her thing soon, and that's not true. The way that you progress this is by leaving, but that's none of that is clear at all. Like, it's just stupid. So you'll be sitting around doing certain things and you won't know that, hey, it's time to progress, because you're thinking it's a time thing when it's not. It's you have to leave out the same way that you came, or like the other quest, for instance, you had to go inside the house, and it is really annoying, and it's kind of it's just counterproductive, I guess. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't flow with how the game is supposed to flow. That shit right there drove me crazy, and I really want, and you'll see in the playthrough, if you watch the playthrough, that shit drove me crazy, dog. And I never wanted to Google search. I never like Google search stuff to complete it, but I'm like, some of the shit I just don't understand, right? They said, they send you to the city to go find Haruka. No sign of where she's at. She's no, it wasn't Haruka. It was the one quiet, giving child that's in the orphanage. You go look around the whole goddamn city, come to find out she's up by the damn lockers, and it's like, bro, it's just stuff like that. For some of these missions are very annoying in order to complete, so you'll waste time. And for me, I'm trying to zip through this series, you know. That's just, it is what it is. I'm trying to enjoy it, but I'm trying to zip through the series so I can get to the end game ones, the newest ones, and you know, go back to the Kiwamis. But like shit like that, it takes up so much time for me to finish it, and that type of stuff is just annoying. And if you play this one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They say do this, they give you a general idea of what the mission is supposed to be, and then that's it. And then you just, when you're out there in Okinawa, it's like explore all of Okinawa, the ups, backs, fronts, downs. And there was even some where it was like it told you about the mission that you're supposed to do, when actuality you were supposed to go back inside of your house. So I'm all the way in the main city of Okinawa, and it just, listen bro, you talk about wasting your time on some of these fucking missions, wasting your time on some of these missions. If they remake that, please take that shit out of the game, because that is a waste of time. But all in all, besides the bad combat, besides some of the annoying missions, besides the bad AI, and them actually taking out fighting styles in this, like I said, the story was good. The combat was okay, besides them removing certain stuff, and the story is really the saving point of this whole thing. Mine and the Daigo thing, that's bro, listen, that was amazing. I even enjoyed him moving out there to Okinawa. I just wish they would have did the missions a little bit better, formatted them, made them less annoying, so it's not like, okay, after a big event happens you have to walk to the subway. Just give me a cut, just slap a cut scene down in between those, and then let, you know, us be back at the orphanage. You know what I'm saying? That's some stuff that Kiwami would have did. They would have kind of cut the fat and said, okay, instead of having you walk to the train station after you just beat the enemy and all this other type of stuff with the kid, how about you go and you it's just a cutscene and you just go to where you're going. Shit like that is dope. So yeah, I already hear this is not a remaster coming, but if there is one coming, I'd love one for that one. I'd love one for that one, because Okinawa could be really a lot more beautiful looking and modern looking if they ended up doing a remake for that. I'd be on board for that. But with that being said, we are on number 4. I am very excited. Be sure to check out the playlist if you have not. This is where you can check out the playlist for Yakuza Remastered number 4. We're going to continue to breeze through this playlist, through these games actually, so we can see and pretty much grade the Yakuza series as an entirety. Sit down and have a talking piece about that, and see what you think. I mean, I can't get the Judgment series because it's on Xbox, but I mean, story wise, this one gets a huge thumbs up. And that's why it's a 4.5 instead of, like, I would have gave this motherfucker like a 3, but the story really does some justice to it. I like a lot of the characters. I like the twist that it wasn't actually his father, bro, and it was actually technically his uncle. And then there was the CIA. This all seems to happen over land, by the way, so maybe I'm expecting something like that for the next one. It's like, it just makes sense though. Yakuza, land, profit, business. It's all about business. It's all about money. It's all about expansion for some of these clans. It's all about survival. So it's like Game of Thrones, backstabbing. I love it personally. But yo, it's your boy U-BEZERK, aka Shogun U-BEZERK, and that was the review for Yakuza 3 Remastered, a 4.5 out of 10. Not the best, but not the worst, but they definitely kind of fucked this one up. I'm looking forward to seeing what they did on the 4th one. Hopefully it's better. The story is always busting, the story is always hitting. So there's that, and I will catch you on the next upload. Peace.